Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, or Kakadash. That's all praises to Yahweh, who the word ignorantly calls God. Bahashem in the name of Yahweh Shai, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The abundance to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessings be to all the Akim that are pushing this word and truth to city, man. Shalom. This going to be another quick video on Lord when you edify, alright? So basically what I'm going to get into today is since thou hast not hated blood, man, right? And this is referring to Esau, alright? Because lately, it's been on my spirit to bring this up because I've been seeing Esau killing a whole lot of Jake, man, right? And that's nothing new. Esau's been killing us off since, you know what I'm saying, since really Abel, all right? Because Cain, that's really Esau, or Esau's Cain through the reincarnation, all right? You know what I'm saying? So this is really a Jacob and the Esau thing, man, all right? The reason why, these Edomites hate us so much is because, hey, it all goes back to their forefather, man. Right, their forefather hated our forefather because we received that, that birthright, that blessing, man. All right. And Esau to this day knows, you know what I'm saying, the blessings that we are finna receive. That's why they go so hard on us, man. All right. They set up laws that they know damn well we gonna break, man, just so they can throw us in jail. All right. And another thing is too, when you see a Jake out here that gets shot up and shit, or dies and they can't find a killer, it's the police department or just Esau, you know what I'm saying, that did it, man. All right, just like that black movement activist, I think his name was Charles Shawn or something like that. Right, they found him, shot dead in his car, and the car was burning, and they still haven't found the killer, and that was in 2016. So damn well Esau did that, man, because a few moments before he died, he tweeted that the cops pulled him over and drew guns on him, saying choose his enemies wisely. So Esau, hey, gave that shit up, man. Right, but Esau's been killing us off since forever, man. All right. Especially when they brought us over here, man. Whenever Christopher Columbus brought his ass over here, man. Hey, over 95 million Gadites, man, so-called Native Americans were killed off, man. All right. And then they came over here and killed off, you know what I'm saying, the so-called or Latinos, right? The Judites, who you call African Americans, Southern Kingdom just in general, man. Right. So Esau has did a whole lot of bloodshed, man. And that's gonna be required of his hand, man. He's gonna have to pay for that shit, man. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. I got about a 4-minute video that I wanna play, man. Right? It says life aboard a slave ship, man. All right? Because, hey, man, they don't have just everything in this video that Esau was doing to us, man. But you can just imagine all the shit that they were doing, man. They had a peer of anguish where if the slave didn't want to have sex with the slave master, they would stick it in, something in their rear end. And, bro, Esau is a brute beast, man. All right? And he has to pay for all this shit, man. He's going to be held accountable for his actions, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video real quick, man. If y'all wanna watch it, man, it's 4 minutes long, so y'all can skip, All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
25 to 1866, 12.5 million Africans were taken from their homeland and forcibly shipped across the Atlantic. A journey that almost 2 million of them wouldn't survive. By the turn of the 18th century, European merchants were building vessels capable of transporting hundreds of slaves per journey. These ships had extra portholes for ventilation, weapons mounted on deck in case of rebellion, and additional compartments added below deck to take on more human cargo. Before boarding the ships at African port cities, slaves were stripped of their clothing and remaining possessions and had their heads completely shaved. During boarding, which could take weeks or even months, slaves lived on the deck of the ship in a temporary wooden house constructed by the crew. The crew also installed netting around the deck of the ship, designed to catch slaves who might opt for death over forced servitude. Once moved below deck, slaves would find themselves stuffed into compartments with ceilings as low as 4.5 feet, where they would...
And the point I wanted to make, man, those living conditions on those ships were bad as hell, man. They had Jake skin tight, man, right next to each other, man. The skin was rubbing off, flesh was rubbing against each other, man. Shit was raw, man. All right, and then whenever they brought them to, the shores of America, they scrubbed them down while they had open wounds, man. All right, so Esau, he got to pay for all that shit, man. Right, and they were down there catching diseases and shit, man. Having to use the restroom all on the floor, man. All right, Esau going to pay for all that shit, man, but we're going to do that same exact thing to him, man. When you read Isaiah 24 and 22, man. All right, we're going to throw his ass into a pit, man. And we're going to shut that motherfucker, and then every 10 days, 7 to 10 days or so, we're going to come down there and check on him, like, and shut it right back, man. All right.
And most of their voyage. They were segregated by gender and age. Adult men were kept separately and shackled in pairs. Women usually left unbound in their designated compartment, and children often free to move about the ship. There was no plumbing of any kind. Slaves were forced to relieve themselves where they sat, creating hellish conditions when combined with the heat and lack of ventilation below deck.
All right, so you see it, man. You could just imagine how nasty it was down there, man. All right, Esau wasn't allowing them to come up to use the restroom or anything like that. No, he made them shit or whatever they had to do right on the floor, man. Right, and you know that some of the slaves were sick. You know what I'm saying? So you could just imagine, you know what I'm saying, the different diseases that were amongst them, the pits in them ships, man.
Disease was rampant. Measles, smallpox, influenza, scurvy, and dysentery, the number one killer, ravaged slaves and crew members alike. The slaves generally spent about 8 hours a day above deck, but were still separated by gender with a berry collar.
And Slocky, man, but he said ravaged slaves, man. The word ravage means to, you know what I'm saying, to be raped. So Esau was doing that as well, man. And that's also a curse. All right. But Esau was raping the shit out of Jake, man. The dudes as well. Because you know when Esau get down, Esau's a, you know what I'm saying, the scripture tells you there's no more profane, or no, there's no profane fornicator than Esau, man. Right? Esau is all into that nasty, freaky shit, man. All right.
A reinforced wall that could be used to protect crew members in case of a revolt. Slaves were also subject to forced exercise, sometimes including dance and song for the entertainment of the crew. Disobedient slaves were tortured and beaten, usually whipped with the especially cruel cat-o'-nine-tails, a tool designed to inflict maximum pain. Slaves who refused to eat their typical meal of rice and beans were forced to do so, sometimes with a speculum oris, a medieval tool used to pry open unwilling mouths. Women, while usually left unshackled, were raped and sexually abused by members of the crew, sometimes arriving in the New World carrying the children of their attackers. But it was the women, using their minuscule freedoms, who would often coordinate mutinies against their captors. But these rebellions were rarely successful. The true extent of the horrors of the Middle Passage came to light in a 1783 court trial over the slave ship Zong. The Zong left Africa in 1781, with 442 enslaved on board. After a 2-month journey riddled with navigation errors, 62 slaves and 7 crew members had perished without reaching their destination. Disease was spreading throughout the ship, and fresh water was running dangerously low. Captain Luke Collingwood was afraid of the financial cost of more deaths. Slaves that died of disease were not covered by the ship's insurance, but slaves who drowned were. Some 133 slaves were thrown overboard. Collingwood claimed it was necessary to do so to halt the spread of disease. At the trial between the...
You see that? Esau was throwing slaves over the ship just to drown, man. Right? And it was actually more than that. You know, that's why, like, I seen something a few months ago where it showed slaves that were thrown overboard. They were like, I'm not gonna say fossilized, but they, you know, coral. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you know, nature it just took over, man. Are you seeing the? I guess you could say the, what is it? I guess the fossil of the slave. You know what I'm saying? Or the slaves that was thrown over, man. Right? Coral was all on them and stuff like that, man. Right? So it was a lot more. They try to, you know what I'm saying, they try to fuck with the numbers and stuff, make it seem like it wasn't that many, man. There was a lot more slaves that were thrown overboard, man. All right. Just like how they try to, you know what I'm saying, say that slavery wasn't that bad and shit. No, slavery was pretty damn bad, man. All right, of course they're not gonna tell you the truth, because that's Esau being a damn devil, man. All right, the scripture tells you that wicked go estranged from the loom, lying and deceiving, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so Esau, hey, he's the biggest liar on the planet, on the face of the earth, man. All right.
Zong's owners and their insurance company, the owners argued that because it was legal to kill sick animals for the health of a ship, it was legal to treat infected slaves the same. The court agreed.
And that shows you how they feel about you, man. All right, they're basically, you know, comparing you to a damn animal. All right, that's why they still consider so-called black people, right? Maybe even Native Americans and Latinos still consider us as 3/5 of a human being, man. All right, because they compare us as animals.
But the trial itself exposed the horrors aboard the Zong. The story was republished by British abolitionists with the name of the ship redacted, meant to show that this tragedy could happen on any slave ship across the Middle Passage. 24 years after the Zong trial, the slave trade was outlawed in both Great Britain and the United States. It would take England another 26 years and the US another 58, plus a civil war, before the practice of slavery was banned outright.
And slavery, we still in slavery to this day, man. All right, you really a damn fool if you think that Esau is gonna really let a people go that made him rich. Think he's gonna let a people go that made him rich just free? No, man. Now what he did was, because Esau is truly making more money than what he has been, man. Right, by letting us so-called be free, having that do as that well spirit, all right. But what Esau does is, you know what I'm saying, or with the script, matter of fact, there's a saying that goes, the best slave is a slave that think he's free, man. And that's exactly right, man. These people out here, they think they free and shit still, man. Right? But that's what make the best slaves, man. These people out there working hard as hell for Esau, man, making him rich while they still, progressing the same, all right? They're not getting any more rich or anything like that, man. All right, because you got to give your money to Esau at the end of the day, all right? But I'm going to show y'all this as well. Because I looked this up yesterday, and it says, the American Indian Holocaust, known as the 500-Year War, and the world's longest Holocaust in the history of mankind. It says genocide and denying it, while we are not taught that the natives of the United States and Canada were exterminated, right? And they're not exterminated, man. All right, Scripture tells you there's no end to Israel, man. Right? The days of Israel, you know what I'm saying, is innumerable. All right? And you got so-called Negroes and even so-called Hispanics that really go back to the so-called Native Americans, right, which are the Gadites, right? So they're not exterminated, man. All right, but it says death toll 95 million to 114 million. All right, and that's a big ass number, man. All right, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's way worse than anything you can even imagine, man. Right, and plus, when they was bringing the so-called Negroes over here from the west shores of Africa, you can just imagine how much killing they were doing. All right, they were throwing slaves overboard, and then when they brought them here, they did a whole lot more killing, man. They still killing us to this day, man. All right, then they came over here and so-called conquered, you know what I'm saying, the so-called Latinos came over here and took over their land, killed millions of them. All right, so Esau has the big price to pay, man. All right, he's in spiritual debt with Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. Right? At least white folks be prideful as hell. They think that, they're not gonna have to pay for what they've done, man. But hey, you gotta pay, man. All right? It's only right. We paying for what we did, therefore you're gonna have to pay for what you did. All right. So the first scripture I'm gonna get, this ain't gonna be a long lesson at all. I got a few scriptures I'm gonna bring out, but let's go to Baruch. I'm gonna go to 14. It says, "Let them that dwell about Zion come, and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting had brought upon them. For he hath brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation and of a strange language, who neither reverence old man nor pity child," man. Right, and that's Esau. Right, when Esau came over here from Europe over to, you know what I'm saying, the Americas, man. Hey, the Lord had, put the spirit in Esau to do a big number on our people, man. Right? And although everything is, you know what I'm saying, under the, the will of Yahweh Shemel Shah, Esau still gonna have to pay for what he did, man. All right? Because this is the Lord's movie, right? Whether you believe it or not, man. But he said he brought upon them a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation, and of a strange language, who neither reverence old man nor pity child, right? And you can read that in the book of Deuteronomy 28, right? The curses. Right? Esau, he didn't give a damn how old you were, man. You can be old in your 90s. You could be even a baby, man. Right? He's still gonna, hey, do what he wanna do, man. All right? That's why he was feeding our children to alligators, right? As alligator bait. Let me look that up. I think I got to pull it up. Let me see. Yep, right here. See, he had our children's alligator bait. They were cutting our women open and taking the babies and dashing them against the stones, stepping on them like roaches. Esau, hey, he didn't give a damn how old you were, man. All right, he was still gonna kill you. All right, so that'll be it on that one. And let's go to Ezekiel 35. Ezekiel 35, I'm going to start at 1. It says, "Moreover, The word of Yahweh Shem Yahshua came into me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, right, which is Esau, right, because a place is or Mount Seir is a people before it's a place, I guess you could say, man, right, and that's where Esau originally came from, Mount Seir, right, dwelling in the cliffs of the rocks, right. It says, and prophesy against it, right? And a lot of people ask us, well, why are y'all sitting there saying that the white man's going into slavery and they're going to have to pay for what they did? It's because, hey, we ordered to, man, right? We ordered to prophesy against Mount Seir, right? Which are the Edomites, right? That's the so-called white man's biblical nationality. It says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate, right? And the Lord said that he is against Mount Seir, man, you Edomites, all right? And he said he's going to make you desolate, right? And he's going to make America desolate by sending 200 million ICBM nuclear missiles over here to this bitch, man. All right? That's why America's going to be a land barren and desolate, man. It's going to be a straight up desert, right? Because Lord, hey, he's going to send them missiles over here, burning shit with fire. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee, man. Right? And Esau has had a perpetual hatred towards you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans since the beginning of time, man. Right? Like I said, this goes back all the way to Jacob and Esau, man. Right? Our forefathers. Right? Jacob is who the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans descend from. And Esau is who these Edomites descend from, right? This is all what that goes back to, man. Right? Because Jacob, he so-called finessed Esau for his birthright, right? So Esau, he's been hating us ever since, man. He tried to kill his brother Jacob, right? He tried to kill our forefather, right? And that's exactly what Esau is doing today. Man, he's killing us off to this day, man. All right, like the dude Deontay Wilder say, hey, to this day, man. All right, Esau's still doing it. And it says, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and in the time that their iniquity had an end, man. And Esau has been shedding the blood of the children of Israel, you know what I'm saying, for a while now, man. Probably since 70 AD, right? Esau's been doing that shit, man. All right. It says, therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee, man. Right. And it's a saying that goes on in the world. You get what you give, man. All right. And that's exactly what's finna happen to Esau, man. Right. You wanna you wanna slay us, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature, man. Guess what, man? The Lord is gonna, you know what I'm saying, have the same thing come upon you, man. All right. And especially when the elect get them spiritual powers, man, it's game over for y'all, man. All right. America gonna be completely wiped off the map. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord gonna give us the opportunity to go over to, you know what I'm saying, to Russia, Germany, so on and so forth. Hey, and put that work in on your ass, man. All right. And the ones that don't, you know what I'm saying, be put to death, hey, captivity it is. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's go to Revelation 17 and 6. And I'm gonna get straight to the point. And it says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints. Right? And that woman, when you go into the further verses talking about the great whore, which is America, right? Because a lot of people think when say America is not in the scriptures. America has different code names in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Probably, you know what I'm saying? The word America wasn't around back then. All right. That's what that woman is, America. And it says, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua, right? That goes back all the way to the Roman Empire. Right? But the Roman Empire fell and rose back up as America. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration, right? The point I wanted to get was I saw the woman drinking with the blood of the saints, man. Right? And that started all the way since they were bringing us over to the shores of America, man. They've been killing us off, all right? And the Lord said that uh in Numbers 35 and 33, which is we can go and get that right now. You should not pollute the land with blood, man. And America's completely polluted with the blood of the saints, man. Right? And the saints are Israelites, if you ain't know. I think you can go to the book of Psalms, the 50th chapter, to find out. It says so in Numbers 35 and 33, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it, man. Right? So America is completely polluted with the blood of you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. And it's still being polluted to this day. All right? All around, right? Not in just one state, all around this motherfucker, man. And the Lord said the only way that America is going to be able to be cleansed is by the blood of him that shed it, man. And you got to ask yourself, who did all that bloodshed, man? Esau, man. All right? I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep it, I guess you could say clean as possible because I don't want Esau to flag my shit or to take my channel down because I already got 2 strikes. All right? But you get the point, though, man. The only way America is going to be able to be cleansed is by the blood of him who shed that blood, man. All right? And shit, if you know history, hey, it's not a hard concept to get, man. And just look around today. Esau's still killing us to this day, man. There's been, a few hours ago, they just found a so-called black man that was hung on a tree over there in Houston, man. All right, over there in Palmdale, California, and it was in another city of California as well. They find this so-called black man being hung, man. Who you think is doing that shit, man? Esau. Esau is the ones doing it. All right, we ain't committing suicide. This thing, man. Jake, they trying to label that as a suicide. Jake ain't finna go hang himself. All right, if anything, if Jake does, you know what I'm saying, decide to commit suicide, hey, he gonna use a gun, man. He not gonna go and hang himself. What type of shit is that? All right. And this will be the last scripture right here that I'm going to get, Habakkuk 2:12. It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity, man. Hey, straight to the point, man. Right? Woe unto him that buildeth a town by blood. And all these towns, you know what I'm saying, are built by the blood of the saints, man. All right? Washington, right? Every city in America, man. All right, all these cities are built by the, you know what I'm saying, by the blood of us, man. All right, so therefore Esau's gonna have to pay for it, man. All right, and this will be the last scripture right here. Matter of fact, let's get Revelations 13:10. Forgot about this one. It says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man." Right. So y'all led us into captivity. Right, we still in captivity to this day. That's why when you go to Exodus 21:16. The Lord said, if any man stood the man and he be found in his hand, hey, I can go to that real quick. Let me see, because I don't want to butcher it. Exodus 21:16, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And we still found in the hand of Esau Edom till this damn day, man. All right, and the Lord said, therefore he shall be put to death. Right, and y'all gonna have to be put to death for that. But let's go back to Revelation 13:10. It says, and he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And didn't I just show y'all that the death toll of the so-called Native Americans was 95 million to 114 million, and maybe even more than that. Therefore, Esau is going to have to pay for that, all right? He's going to be building up our kingdom, right? We ain't going to have no mercy on him, man. Right? Every other nation, we're going to have mercy upon them. But Esau, he's not, man. Right? And then when you go to the book of Obadiah, hey, after 1,000 years of that slavery, man, y'all gonna be extinct, man. We're gonna burn y'all, we're gonna pile y'all up and burn y'all ass with that spiritual power that we're gonna have, man. All right. Let me get this as well. This just came to my mind. Let's go to Isaiah 24:22 because I quoted it earlier. And it says, and they shall be gathered together, right? Talking about Esau, as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in prison, and after many days shall they be visited. Right? So, you elites, because those are the only ones that are going to be escape the destruction here in America, right? We're going to go and get y'all, according to Psalms 149. We're going to go and get y'all, right? The ones that we don't kill, we're going to, you know what I'm saying, have y'all for slavery, right? We're going to throw your ass into a pit. And after many days, as the scripture said, we'll go in and check on y'all, man. We'll go open and see, probably spit on y'all face and close it back in, or close it back up, man. All right? So with that being said, that's what I wanted to bring out. All right, Lord, when y'all edified. All right, but before I close, I'm gonna say, call Allah Yahweh by Shem Yahushua by Shem Kakadash for putting the strength of spirit in me to bring out this lesson, man. All right, with that being said, I'm gonna say Shalom and Abba Abba.